What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you, but you know what we gotta do first. We gotta talk about the things that generate a little revenue. First and foremost, new thing. The vasectomy has been booked. That's right, I'm getting snipped June 9th. If you want to support the cause and help save the world, there is a GoFundMe up. It would mean the world to me if you guys help me out with this. I'm going to be down from work for about a week on it, so the GoFundMe is going to help pay for the procedure and help cover my bills a little bit while I'm down in recovery. So the link to the GoFundMe will be in the show notes. We are also brought to you by dun 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 the Patreon. That's right, home of exclusive content. If you are watching this on YouTube when the video version comes out, there is some censorship in this one because Nolina would get me pulled from YouTube for sure for something she did on mic. So check out all the uncensored video on the Patreon, plus other musings, and it helps out the show quite a bit. You can help out the show for as little as $3 a month. That is less than the cost of a beer a month, less than 10 cents a day. Check that out at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You know the easiest way you can help the show? Tell your friends. Just let them know about the show if you're enjoying it. More eyes on the show is always good. Also, you can go to youtube.com/andnowwedrink and subscribe. That also costs you nothing and helps out the show quite a bit. Gets more eyes on the show and we get the ball rolling. Hopefully get some sponsors back in this motherfucker. Check that out today at youtube.com/andnowwedrink. All right, let's get on with it. My guest this week, returning by popular demand, the one, the only, Nolina Nix. During the episode, Nolina and I talked quite a bit about partners, intimacy, what she wants to see out of the biz. And according to Nolina, this is a deep episode. I disagree. I'm pretty shallow in it. But you decide for yourself, Drinking Buddies. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, Drinking Buddies.
I'm vain. When you have to be on camera, though.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know how to do makeup or shit, so I'm a hippie.
Hippies sometimes do makeup, don't they?
No.
No?
All right, let's start the podcast.
I mean, the podcast is rolling already. That's what that clap was. No. That was to sync the audio and the cameras.
Okay, listen. I'm a hippie. I don't know how to do makeup.
It's okay. I don't think people are, flocking to your pornography for the makeup tips.
Okay. Yes. True.
Not a dig on you, just stating facts.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't a dig. That was really sweet.
That they're not coming.
I mean, yes, because they're really just coming from my heart.
Yes, your heart. Our heart. It has absolutely not anything to do with what you look like when you come. Nothing.
You know what? If they could actually make me come in porn, then things would change. But they have to fucking pound my cervix and make me try not to scream. Well, maybe they do want me to scream. That's actually a lie.
Yeah, I mean, most men ideally want their partner to scream. It's ingrained to us that, we want our partner to have a screaming orgasm.
I don't think we should do this on this podcast, but, let me just start by saying this. Men don't know shit. Women lie so fucking much in the bedroom. It makes me sick. I don't even know if women know they're lying, actually. I just don't think a lot of women know what good sex is or what pleasure feels like. Maybe it's up in their head and I support your kinks, whatever, but except for dangerous ones.
What's a dangerous kink?
We're not going there.
Oh, fine.
I don't want to say the word.
All right.
Anyway, okay. Catch me on Nolina's own podcast. We'll talk about how to have sex. But right now I'm with Matt Slayer, so.
He doesn't know how to have sex, so we're just not going to talk about that. Matt's never had sex before. Not once.
Have you had sex?
No, I'm a virgin. Welcome to the Matt Slayer Virgin Show, folks.
Okay, so...
We literally just had a 15-minute conversation about one of my former partners before we got on air.
Sex is is fun, and some girls are really fun with sex. It's just like sometimes maybe their intentions aren't very clear and it's bringing themselves harm.
Well said.
Okay, thank you.
As Nolina is like, I'm drinking this bubbled water. I am not even drinking alcohol on the show.
Okay.
Sorry, anything she says is a sober thought, folks.
I drank coffee today. Oh, it was decaf.
Oh my God, coffee. Oh no.
Caffeine is a drug, Matt.
I know. I'm a giant junkie on that one. Giant. Did you not just watch me slam an energy drink with dinner?
Oh my God, I can't believe you drink that shit. It's awful. It's like horrible. It's horrible for you and it tastes horrible.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers.
But much like alcohol, it does the fucking trick.
I wouldn't know. I don't drink.
You have before, though, right?
Yeah, but it's been a minute. It's been a while.
So why don't you drink? I'm always...
One, it tastes horrible. Two, there's nothing fun about it. Like, I don't have fun being drunk. There's nothing fun about it.
There's lots of fun being drunk. Holy shit.
People just act stupid. Or like if you do mushrooms or something, you like connect with yourself.
I mean, there's definitely times where I've definitely connected with myself drunk.
I guess that's also true. Actually, I feel like some of my greatest like self like finding myself. What's this word? What's this word I'm looking for? Self-exploration.
Self-awareness. Like...
experiences, whatever. Was like a few times when I drank moonshine growing up. Like my life definitely changed after a few shots of moonshine.
So you're just defeated your own argument.
I know I did actually. You called me out.
I have some real moonshine right there in a jar.
Where'd that come from? Is it from the mountains of Tennessee?
It is from Kentucky.
Oh, you really know a moonshiner.
Uh-huh. You want some moonshine?
No.
Do you want just a little taste of moonshine?
No, it's so fucking strong.
Oh yeah, that stuff's like fucking jet fuel.
Yeah, especially if it's made like from a real person, not a factory or something.
Yeah, one of my guys who lives on the Indiana-Kentucky border has family that lives here in California. So his uncle went to fucking visit him and he sent it back with his uncle. And
oh my God. Oh my gosh. The best drink I've ever had in my life, apple pie moonshine. It really tastes like apple pie.
I mean, we had a jar of that, but that went away.
Yeah, I can understand. Okay, that was actually my favorite alcoholic drink ever. But I'm a real like North Carolina girl, you know? Should I say that? Yeah.
I mean, you've said it before on here.
Oh, great. Thank
you. We definitely talked about that last time you were on.
I'm from North Carolina. Just saying.
North Kakalaka.
I'm not from Los Angeles like all these websites say.
Do the websites say you're from LA?
Yeah, some of them. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about something more interesting. Like you, Matt Slayer.
What do you want to know, Nolina Nix?
I feel like you already told me everything I want to know.
Wow. Okay.
Not that you're not interesting. I know you're interesting.
You don't have to lie to me on my own show.
What moves your soul?
Electrical impulses from my brain.
I hate you so much. You have a soul, Matt.
Yeah, they're on the bottom of my feet. Nervous system fires electricity.
Okay.
Moves feet.
Okay, fine. We're just the mind. And we have these bodies. There's nothing else.
My decaying meat prison, yes.
You're still a miracle. I love you.
Love you too, but that doesn't mean that like I'm anything besides like, there's a fine line between miracle and mistake.
Hey, why are you so mean to yourself?
Because I don't actually mean it.
Okay, because my parents probably like made me feel this way a few times. No, I hope they don't see this.
Do you think your parents watch your content? Or?
No, but I feel like people in my hometown watch this and they're like, look at this, Nolina's mom.
Good thing you're living your life for you.
I'm actually really proud of myself for that. I've been 7 years now, like really, well, actually I was in a very abusive relationship, so 5 years now I've been doing really well.
Unfortunately, it was a tragic way that you got away from that life, but at least you got away, and then you got away from the tragic part of it.
Yeah, And my parents are not bad people. We just
There's plenty of people that I don't agree with. I don't think they're bad people. I just think we have a difference of opinion on other things, and I'm not willing to conform to what their opinion thinks it should be.
yeah, exactly. And it's just like, it's really hard, you know, like, I don't want to talk about like my parents this whole time, but like,
yeah, we're not.
You
This is
know?
supposed to be a comedy show. I don't think we want to like. So, Nolina, let's talk about your childhood trauma.
I'm sorry. I'm actually doing good. Okay, something funny. I don't know.
Okay, you're just like something funny. Go.
You're the comedian.
I am not a comedian. I am not a comedian.
This is your comedy show.
That it is. I am not a comedian, though.
Okay.
Have you ever seen me get up on a stage and tell jokes? No, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, but not all comedians express themselves that way. You have a podcast. If you're gonna be a man and you have a podcast, you better be fucking funny.
Well, then I'll just put you on the spot. You think I'm funny, Nolina, next?
I do. That's why I'm here. That's why you're amazing. That's not the only reason why. Okay, shut up. Ask me a different question.
Having me shut up really defeats the purpose of having a podcast. I'm just letting you know. So for the audience at home, this is normally how me and Nolina's interactions go. I say something ridiculous to her. She laughs at it and then immediately tells me to shut up.
Yeah, it does. It's always that way.
There's just lines of text of shut up, Matt, or shut the fuck up, or it's like, ha 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 ha, shut up, Matt.
Okay, this guy is really cool. I don't even know the words to describe, but like, what? How does he exist? He's so real. He's so himself. Like, nobody else on this planet is like him. It's so cool. He's a good person.
I'm just a person.
He's a good person.
As before we got on air, discussed many of my character flaws.
Listen, you're a real person. We have to talk about duality. People who just try to be perfect all the time, they're not being real. Like, I'm both. I'm all of it. But I'm a good person.
See, I don't think I'm a good person. I just think I'm a person. Because good, bad, those are all subjective.
Can we talk about something like what's happening? Well, that is happening now, right?
But I'm trying to illustrate my point on, being good or bad.
Okay.
I feel people are just people, because even people that do bad shit, in a lot of cases, they don't believe they're doing bad shit. I don't think most people wake up in the morning like, I'm going to do bad shit. They're people living their lives, and their motivations are often just self-serving. They're not.
Yeah, the greed is crazy.
Right. They don't think of themselves as bad people. So, like, defining people with the good or bad like it's a goddamn movie, I don't think is a proper...
Okay. There's just people, like, I wouldn't hang out with.
Well, obviously.
But I would hang out with you, so that means I consider you, like, good.
Well, I appreciate that. But that, once again, is all relative.
I can completely... I can't speak. I agree.
That's great for podcasting. Great for podcasting. Lynn will be like, I can't talk tonight, Matt.
Okay, anyway.
I'm going to just sit here and look pretty on camera.
I agree. Thank you for calling me pretty.
They're good cameras. No, she is pretty, folks. She is pretty. She is pretty. Oh, my God. So for the audio audience, there was a whole fucking to-do about Nolina's camera angle and making sure that she looks good on camera. And then she just did the full-on, like... Double chin. And
every time I'm around kids, I'm like, let's do a double chin contest. It's so much fun. It's so sweet. Okay, because if the camera is shooting up at my face, I have a fucking double chin.
Yeah, you're a human with...
Human imperfection.
Yeah,
it's very
exactly.
beautiful, actually.
Yeah, like, oh my God, you're real peoples. You were not created in a factory.
I literally am not. Like, I do have this hair, but I try to, like, keep it real. But not that it's wrong to...
You rocking a merkin right now, too? A merkin? A toupee for your pubes. That's a thing.
Wait, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is that common?
No.
Oh.
That's the joke, Nolina. That's the joke.
I was like, dude, I don't know. These people are getting everything here in LA.
But yeah, merkins are...
I don't know what's real anymore.
I mean, they're real. I just don't know why anyone would use one.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, unless you're doing like an 1800s porno, which is what I'm doing
right. That's why I asked. Like, you're doing an 1800s porno. Maybe they're like, yo, we're going to bring back that 1800s bush.
Yeah, no, I just grew it out for a month. It's good enough. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Oh, we don't want to talk about the hair on your labia?
No.
Oh, fine. We will not talk about the hair on your labia at the moment.
I have hair on my labia right now, guys. It's beautiful. It's natural.
Ooh, hot.
My lovers love it. It's a little spicy, you know?
Hey, whatever makes you happy, shit.
Yeah, I feel like the hippiness is really coming out right now.
Gonna go full body hair, just legs, pits.
All my girlfriends, they don't shave their armpits and they don't shave their legs. And like, I want to do that, but like, I guess I don't have the self-confidence yet. No, I just don't like the way it feels, actually.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's just really feel weird.
Literally all you have to do is do nothing and it'll happen.
Which, I love that. Like, doing nothing is my favorite.
What was that?
Doing nothing is my favorite. I love meditating. I love it.
But is meditating really doing nothing?
That was very monk of you. That was Zen Buddhist of you.
Probably not.
No, that was deep. That was deep. I hang out with a lot of these guys. They don't know anything compared to what you know, Matt Slayer.
The full name.
Okay.
Nolina Nix.
Matt Slayer. I should get a middle name. Nolina Nix. Nolina something Nix.
It's got to be with an N. So we just do
Nolina, not Nix.
N3 in the house.
I love it. Okay, this is really stupid. Let's talk about something interesting.
Stupid things on this show happen all the fucking time. Dude, you could be N cubed.
My stomach. Don't get that on recording.
The mics are good. They're not that good.
Okay, my stomach just growled right when you said that.
Your stomach approves of N cubed.
Yeah, it does. Okay. What were you going to talk about?
N cubed?
Should we talk about porn or something?
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, so listen, everyone's wondering about my porn.
I guess, yeah.
Did I ever leave? Not really. Okay?
Are we just rewriting history here? Are we just rewriting history here? Like,
did I leave? No.
Did Nolina Nix delete herself off the internet for a little while there? No, not at all.
I was still there.
Did she stop responding to anyone that she didn't know in real life? No, that didn't happen. She's been here the whole time. You horny bastards just didn't realize it. You have been unfaithful to Nolina, beating your meat to other fucking people when she's been here the whole time.
No, they still have been beating their meat to me. They keep watching my scenes.
But you missed the new stuff. It was there. I promise you.
Yeah. Okay, it wasn't there in the physical reality yet, but like I was creating it internally.
You were baking the pornography inside you? Like, what's happening?
I was like, what am I going to do? Can I do what I want to do?
Are you an easy bake oven? You're just like waiting for the ding and then to pull out the pornography?
Like something just hit me recently, like a few months ago.
You really should duck when that happens.
Shut up. So I realized, what if I have sex on camera that I would enjoy?
Wow.
What a thought. What a thought.
Right? You're just coming in here giving me COVID? What is happening right now?
Sorry, I've been like speaking all. Working on my amazing erotica film. Check it out when it comes out. I don't know when that will be. Could be a year from now. We never know.
Right? It's not like you do press junkets unless it's a real big movie.
Okay, Anyways,
so you wanted to create pornography that you'd enjoy.
Yeah, like instead of this like... That was really gross.
Sorry, I'm in a new moment. That was hot.
I hate you. But like maybe like something, it doesn't even mean that I can't get fucked hard. I just need it to have some rhythm. Like I need like to feel good. I don't have a lot of time to try and teach all the men of the world right now how to have sex, but it's got to be like more than this shit.
Well, no, you got to rotate your hips and like, got to try to hit all the walls.
Yeah, and it's more than that. It's you have to have some essence. Like, come on, contact, some, I'm not going to want to have babies with you. I need some sensuality. And they think sensuality just means like the slow touch, which is fucking amazing and I love it. But not always. Not always.
At least for me and my personal experience with my one or two partners, that is allegedly.
I thought you were a virgin, okay.
Oh, shit. By the end of the show, like the actual number will somehow come out, but That's right. I'm a virgin. I've read about that. You should.
Okay, tell me. I want to know.
It depends on the mood. There are definitely a time and a place for a fucking fast, hard, just like we are so hot and bothered, we're tearing each other's clothes off and just going for it.
Okay. I can't say I haven't had those experiences. But like now, like when I have that with certain guys in my life, like we will do that, but like it lasts. Like we fucking go.
I'm not saying it has to be over quick. I'm just saying there are a time and a place where it's just like, holy fuck, I want you right now.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, are you visually thinking of one right now? Just like of a time?
I'm thinking of a very specific time. But the really cool thing, I think the reason I'm thinking about this one and why it was so good is because, like, yeah, he wanted it as bad as me. But, like, he fucking knew that making me wait. If my hands are doing weird shit, don't look at them. Like, I was doing the switch with my hands. Anyway.
Stop being self-conscious. You're fine.
Anyway. He, like, wanted it just as bad. But, like, he, like, made me, like, wait for it. And, like, that made it even better. Like, that makes it even hotter. When it's like that tension is building up and we're like,
well, I get that. I'm like, I've been led to believe that, like, if a dude seems too eager or it seems too easy, women often lose interest.
Right. Yeah, it's really actually lame. Like, I get enough of that on a daily basis. I need something. Plus, I've grown up a lot and I've had a lot of sex, so I kind of I don't get so pulled into what most women probably do.
What do you think most women are getting pulled into?
Just bullshit.
Like what?
Like, let's fuck. Oh, yeah. Like, come on. Like, let's feel something. We're alive. Let's feel each other and like...
I don't know. Throbbing genitals sometimes is a feeling.
Listen, it's not just your genitals. It's your whole body. Like, have you, like, had that? Like,
I mean, that sounds exhausting.
That is not, it energizes you.
That was a joke.
Oh, okay.
That was a joke, Nolina.
Sorry, this is a comedy show.
Last I checked.
I'm trying to be like a sex like educator here.
There will be no education on the show. Thank you.
Too late.
See if it makes it in post. We will be cutting all educational portions out of the show.
Fuck you, Matt Slayer.
There will be no education on it. Now we drink, goddammit. And I've said it before. I'll say it again. Don't listen to podcasters. Don't take advice from us.
I'm not a podcaster. I'm just a guest on the show.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Don't listen to me.
Okay. So I'm going to be doing some porn. And
I love that segue. That was an amazing segue. Nolina, that was amazing. You're just like, okay, I don't know what to do with Matt now. So I'm going to do pornography.
I don't know what that means yet, except for I've done some porn this week, which is awesome. So we'll see where it goes.
You happy to be back in the saddle, as it were?
Yeah, I just like need let's like have fun. I know you get to make a lot of money. I know you get like all the fame and like all this cool stuff, and you get to be cool. Like, you know, I know you get to be so cool, but like, it's so important to like enjoy the moments of your life, like here and now. Like here I am with Matt Slayer. Like it's so cool.
So many full names.
Matt Slayer. Did you get married?
No. Left at the altar. Thanks for bringing up that painful memory. Thanks. I don't know if I told this story on air yet or not, but apparently my ex-fiance's Twitter account got sold to another performer.
Okay.
When she retired, like apparently a performer
you can buy people's account.
Well, so the performer who bought the account had her account fucking terminated by Twitter. So my ex-fiance, the other performer, bought her account, so she'd have an account with a following already.
Is this what people do?
I didn't.
That's why I only have 3,000.
I don't know.
Can I buy your account, Matt Slayer? Wait, you probably have the same amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think of someone else.
But it was really weird because like I DM'd, me and that performer had been following each other on her previous account, so I didn't think anything of it of like her following me on her current account. I went to DM her about something and saw all these old DMs and was super confused about it because they were like to someone I was involved with.
Oh wow.
Because like the last one was like from 2014 about like, I said you could come to Australia with me. And I'm like, I definitely never invited this girl to Australia. Like, I know, audience, I do throw around some, like, hey, you should take a vacation with me to a lot of random people. I may have, like, offered to throw some miles at fucking Rory when she was on this show recently.
I love Rory.
And
I love you, Rory.
I'm like, I definitely never, like, was involved with this person in a way where, like, they'd never done the show. I've never, like, interacted with them in a place where I would even joke about such thing. I was so confused. I scrolled up and, like, saw my ex-fiance's, like, real name. I'm like, what the fuck? I had to, like, message her because, you know, her and I are still in contact. Like, yo, did you sell your Twitter account to someone?
Oh, my gosh.
She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay. Did you delete the DMs on your side, or could this girl go back through, like, all our conversations?
That's so wild.
It was super confusing for a moment. I was just like,
I can't believe people buy people's Twitters.
on one hand, like, I didn't know what was happening. On the other hand, I'm like, not surprising. Well, think about it. Like, hey, you have a performer who's retiring and has no use for how many thousands of followers they have anymore. Like, they want to go to a private civilian life.
You know, it's so interesting. This is like a thing in society because my mind can't understand it because I already live so far outside of society. Okay, that's a different conversation. But I just needed to say that. Like, whatever, you have sex on camera. Like,
right, but
why not show everyone? I want to show everyone.
Well, she at this point has decided that she wants to be married and have children and live a completely different life. And that's more than fine.
Yeah, it's completely fine. I just wish that we could integrate that there's like nothing so obscene about having sex on camera.
Well, there isn't. There isn't anything. Hopefully.
Well, like,
hopefully.
A lot of people don't have sex.
Womp womp. Maybe one day I'll get to have sex, folks. Maybe one day.
I hope he does. I know a few girls, they ask for a little something, but
well, thanks, Nolina. I'm sure to not take you up on that. I thought you were first saying, like, I know a couple girls that want to jump your bones, man. I'm like, oh really? I was about to be all fucking ears. And, I know some girls you could pay. I'm like, a lot less exciting. Like, I didn't know if you had some girls be like, oh yeah, I saw you with Matt at XRCO. Oh, he's cute. Like,
oh yeah, because I mean, I was there with two other girlfriends, and I'm pretty sure they both have like boyfriends.
I'm not trying to holler at any of them. That's fine.
Okay. Anyway, why do I feel so high right now?
I have no clue.
Like, why
you're literally drinking water.
Why are we speaking in like circles or something? Aren't we speaking in circles a little bit?
No. Okay. No. We can go back to the tape. We're not speaking in circles, I promise you.
I don't even need alcohol. Like, I'm flowing. Okay.
Are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun. I love this. Thank you so much. I really wanted to be back on this show. It's my favorite podcast.
Aw.
He's a softie.
Sometimes I'm a giant asshole. It all depends on where you get me.
Why can't people just love themselves?
Oh, I love myself a lot. Why do you think I stay a virgin?
Shut up.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. That's how I know a joke's hit with Nolina. It's just shut up. Shut up.
Okay.
Little inside baseball. I do this for comedic effect. Do you think I believe any of the shit I say about myself?
Right.
Do you think I am wallowing in such self-pity?
No, I don't think that at all. That's why I'm hanging out with you.
Well, yeah. And you're like, love yourself more, Matt. I'm like,
I just meant, like, it's not just you. It's like the whole thing. It's like, just fucking whatever. Like, I'm a fucking goddess. Own that. Walk it. Live it.
The everyday person more identifies with your losses than your wins.
Yeah, because people don't know how to love themselves.
That may be true.
But I'm hanging out with you, Matt Slayer, because you know yourself.
I do.
That means you love yourself, or you're on that journey of continuing to love yourself.
Depends on the day.
Because we're not perfect.
Oh no, I'm wildly flawed. Wildly flawed.
Yeah, but like that's the coolest thing ever, to be flawed. Like, what? How are we? We're so real. Like, we're so flawed. And we're so open about it. Like, that's so cool.
It just is what it is. Like, I don't see the point in wasting energy in telling lies about, like, things that are not, like, oh, we're going to polish that over with a lie. Like, nah. I'm just going to own that, like, I'm a flawed human being.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's the coolest. It's, like, so cool.
I'm glad you think so. I just, I think there are more important things in life than, like, just trying to convince people you're cool.
This is a weird thing about LA, right?
Well,
it's like you already are, and then like it just gets weird the more you try.
As I've gotten older in life, I often think that like in most cases, when someone has to verbally tell me they're a thing, they're not. When you tell me, I'm really smart, like, you're probably not.
Okay, listen, I'm really smart.
Okay.
I'm a goddess.
Okay.
I'm amazing.
I'm not disagreeing with you on any of this, but I'm saying the actions speak louder than words.
Right. Some people, though, can say it and act it.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'll give you a great example. Was at the party on Thursday, hanging out with Nadir. Shout out to Nadir. Like, he's on
Nadir.
his... You know Nadir, right?
Yeah.
He's on his own crazy journey right now, which is awesome.
That's amazing.
Like, he kitted out a crazy van and, like, got on this crazy fitness routine and, like...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he just got back from Italy, so it was great to see him. But him and I were just talking, and then this dude, like, never seen him before in my life, just starts up the most awkward conversation I've ever seen. It's just like, are you guys in porn? Like, yeah, man. Why do you think we're here? Well, what do you do in porn? I'm like, every time someone asks me what I do in porn, I generally give some bullshit answer. Like, some other girl I met, like, so what do you do? I'm like, I eat, I breathe, I shit. She was not impressed with that answer.
Right.
Don't care. Right. This dude's just like, oh, I'm talent. I have an 11-inch cock. It's just like,
ew.
And he just turns into ears like, how big's your cock? I'm like,
ew.
We're both just like,
okay, yeah, you actually make a really good point here. Like, people like this do this kind of stuff.
Like, I'm like, what?
Also, can we just, like, since we're on this subject, there'll be like other like male talent out there, and they'll want to make like content, and then they just want to like talk me into it by talking about their cock. Like, that's what I really care about. Like, you're so stupid. Like, they're so stupid, Matt. Like, I don't, and then they'll send you a picture of it sometimes, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's not, when I want sex with someone, like, yeah, do I like big cock? I love big cock, but it's not like, it's the whole person. Like, who are you as a person? How do you speak to another person? It has nothing to do with your cock.
This has been something that's been discussed on here before. It's one of those things where it's just like, oh, well, dudes like big tits. They like fat asses. They like visuals of the women. They don't, when they're like, oh, well, if that's what I like on a woman, my big dick is probably what she wants to see on me. They don't actually put themselves in the other side of like what you potentially want. They just, like, if I was a chick, I want to see a big dick. This is a theory. This is completely unproven.
Like, okay, but honestly, Matt, you're a smart man. Okay, you can give me this answer.
I might be able to.
There could be some very beautiful women, but they maybe don't have the greatest personalities, or they're really boring because they're just so obsessed with what they look like.
So in my 20s, as a teenager in my 20s, I probably would have chased some of those girls to the ends of the fucking earth.
Right.
Probably would have been like, oh my God.
That's why I don't date guys in their 20s.
As an older man who has to put up with your shit.
Right.
Not about that life.
Right. It's just like, grow up.
One of the people we were talking about before we got on air is not necessarily like my ideal body type of like what I'm normally attracted to. Yeah. But she's really cool. So I was like, check the box for me.
I mean, that's what I like more. Like, yeah, I want to be, like, if I'm going to have sex with someone, I have to be attracted to them, period. I have to be. But a lot of that, like, is like, I don't know how they hold themselves, who they are. And like, that's always unique for every person. But I like just people who are grown up. Like, you don't have to be perfect. That's part of it. Like, accepting that you're not perfect and accepting that, like, you don't need to be like the prettiest thing on the planet to be loved.
To be fair, I will still very much fuck someone who's very pretty and then just leave. I will.
There's like certain celebrities, I can't think of who, like maybe they're absolutely gorgeous, and if I met them like randomly out and I just didn't like find them interesting, I just like leave. Like,
oh, I plan to shortly after orgasm.
Well, like,
because something in my lizard brain,
orgasm.
Because something in my lizard brain says you should attempt to mate with this. This will help your genetic pool, even though I have zero desire to actually mate with them.
Okay, I understand your biological explanation for that.
Yeah, sometimes the lizard brain just takes over and it's like, oh, that is where I'm supposed to try to deposit my seed.
I know men in my life, and not all of them are perfect, and fucking they would just fuck anything sometimes, maybe, but like the ones I'm just naturally attracted to, like, don't go for that shit. I just realized that, like,
For me personally, honestly, sober Matt is like, no, weighing all the, like, do you suck as a human? Am I attracted to you? Like, all these things.
right.
Very drunk and horny Matt's like, oh, you're down to fuck? Let's fuck.
Okay, yes. I understand.
My inhibitions are pretty low, like, normally. So when you have something that is going to chemically lower my inhibitions, shit goes off the rails sometimes.
You're helping me understand people because I don't really understand people sometimes. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. I mean, I didn't realize that, like, my stories led to the common denominator, but okay.
No, drinking though, like that, like.
Oh yeah, no, my buddy's wedding in 2015, like, I've told this story on air, like, literally was sobering up inside someone and being like, why am I here?
It's really sad.
Yeah, I was really sad for me.
Yeah.
I was really sad for me. She, on top of, like, not being very attractive, turned out to be a horrible fucking person. I was really unhappy with, you know, what drunk Matt did that night.
We learn from our mistakes.
Sometimes.
We learn from a lot of our mistakes.
I have definitely...
Lifetimes of mistakes.
I've definitely made a lot of bad drunk hookups in my day. Like, I definitely fucked one of my friend's roommate. Not even a friend. Someone I was sleeping with on the regular's roommate. At her birthday party. Drunk.
Wow.
Well, like, we weren't in a committed thing in any way, shape, or form. Like, I was staying at their house. Like, well, this is while I was a full-time road warrior. And, like, my home base was, like, their spare bedroom. I was in town for her birthday party. And, like, you know, I'm like, oh, it's my job to fuck the birthday girl. Like, duh. We've been fucking forever. And she's like, oh, I'm going to go hook up with somebody else. I'm like, cool. Happy birthday. And, like, I was going to drunkenly just go to bed and pass out. And her roommate's like, want company? I went, yeah, sure.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah. Nobody was happy in that situation.
That's so interesting. That's another thing. I've like just tried to have sex, like, especially over the past year, like the people I want to have sex with are like people who can like get over their fucking bullshit and their ego. And like, if it's already like an open thing. Like, you know, I'm having sex with other people. I don't play jealousy, like, please. And that doesn't mean jealousy. We don't all feel jealousy, and it's okay to feel, but like, have a adult conversation about it with me, and don't be like, you know, all this other baggage. Like, let's have a conversation.
For sure. I mean, like, my whole thing with anything that's open, like, first and foremost, I don't do open relationships. At like the point where it's a relationship, it's a relationship.
Okay.
Like, if we're just hanging out and having sex, that's not a relationship. Like, in the way I would define a relationship. How about that?
Right, okay.
If we're hanging out, we're having sex with, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. Like, once it's defined as a relationship, we gotta sit down and have ground rules and like set rules and all that fun shit.
Yeah, like boundaries and stuff. That's
right.
so important. Yeah.
But it's also like, at the point where it develops into a relationship, like, even if we agree, like, we're fucking other people, whatever, like, I want to be a priority. And that's really just what I want.
Yeah, I completely can agree with that. I think another thing with like relationships with me, like if I'm with someone and we really have something going, just the two of us, and they want to have sex with other people, it really matters to me that they treat other people with respect, because for some reason there's a lot of people in open relationships and then they have sex with other people, but they think they can just treat that woman like trash because that's not their girlfriend. Right.
That person is their fuck toy.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, like if I was someone's girlfriend, which I'm nobody's girlfriend, single, hit me up. I'm like, I just know
how poorly everyone listening to the show hitting you up, how poorly that will go.
Yeah, that's also true because I don't freaking date. But like, you have to treat other people with respect because it's just like, come on, like, we're all connected. But not even like, I don't mean to get all spiritual about that. Like, it's just how you treat other people is how you treat yourself, how you treat your partner. Like, being aware. I'm just being aware.
And you know what? I've done some disrespectful shit. I'm sure you have in your life too.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that make us bad people?
No.
Certainly doesn't make us good people.
But I do think that, honestly, trying to be better about things, like, that's the work. Like, at least we care. I think we care.
It's also important to like acknowledge that, like, oh, hey, I wasn't necessarily the best person there.
For sure. But it's also realizing that there's a lot of people in this world who maybe don't have, we could say it's like the confidence to care about things. Like they just don't care.
Well, I think in some cases it's they don't care, or in some cases they're too self-absorbed to care. Like they don't even realize that like
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's a lot of that in the porn industry. That's why I mean, anyone you talk to in society, they're going to be like, why would you go into porn? I heard it's a very traumatic place to be. But usually they'll say, but that's really cool that you're in there. But like, they aren't wrong. Like I had a lot of traumatic experiences in porn because people don't know how to be respectful people.
Well, unfortunately, this is the land of misfit toys.
Right.
You know, most people didn't go to career day in 3rd grade and be like, what do you want to be when you grow up? A porn star? Most people didn't grow up and like, when they're growing up, like, I want to be a sex worker.
It's true, yeah.
You know, everyone has a unique story of how and why they got here. But a lot of times, there's a reason you walked the fucking alternative road to get here.
Right.
And a lot of it, myself included, didn't really weigh the consequences of being here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I personally did. I just have a very unique life, though.
I guess when I got in the industry, I was older then than you are now, but you know, you're still not like some 18-year-old.
Yeah, that stuff breaks my heart. Like, that's really hard. But I was 19, like I was 20 when I got into sex work. 19, I was in a like bad relationship. So like I feel like I've had a lot of trauma to like so much trauma that like I can't not care. Like I have to care because I can't think of like this bullshit just continuing on with like people knowing and just acting like it's okay. Or like maybe that they know it's not okay, but you can't really do anything about it. But I'm just going to be myself and I'll just speak my truth, you know? That's the best thing I can do. And a lot of people don't have courage to do that.
Well, and luckily we're in an age of pornography where if you so desired, you could be completely self-employed.
Yeah, which is super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, when I got in, you know, the studio system is where you had to work. You had to work for companies. You had to get booked. Ain't the case anymore.
Yeah, it's really changes everything, right? And you get to have like a personality. So cool.
People definitely were allowed to have personalities back then.
Yeah, but they didn't have social media and the fact that they could like really be a person, like really show the world, like I'm a person outside of this.
Jeez, how long do you think I've been in? Twitter's been around since like 2008.
I'm so lost on Twitter and all of this. Maybe this is true.
Like, I was definitely on Twitter before I started working in the industry. Like, social media existed.
Yeah, but I feel like now people, it's like even bigger, right?
It is, and it has its own fucking hurdles now. Because like when I first got in, Twitter wasn't censoring shit, so you could.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There's no shadow banning or any of that bullshit.
That. Wow.
So it's a weird state of the world because it's like we're involved with the product that everyone fucking consumes, but no one wants to admit they consume, and therefore are okay with punishing it to varying degrees.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. People don't realize that they're just slaves to this system. And like, it's so weird to watch. It's really weird to watch in porn because like these are like the rebels and they're just like, not everyone. Some people are super cool, but like a lot of them are just like enslaving themselves to the same consumeristic bullshit. Like
they are to a degree, for sure.
But it's changing. And, you know, you're a 23-year-old girl, like, life is just starting. This is huge. Like, to make your own money, that's amazing.
And possibly more money than you would have made in any other field.
Yeah, and you get that, like, crazy freedom. I just care about, like, the whole world. So I think a lot. But, like, I don't mean to, like, blame other people in porn or who do, like, adult entertainment. It's just, like, I just need to make sure what I put out is authentic to myself, aside from money and all of the extra.
Well, and that's important to you. Some people are just here to collect a paycheck.
Yeah, and that completely makes sense. I've traveled the world a lot, so I see how like this affects this and this affects this. So I just like to know. It's what matters to me.
So what are you doing to affect change?
I think, art is like our way to go, right? One thing is just like working on myself, right? It's like the best thing you can do for anything is to do your own inner work and work on yourself, try to be better, and never try to be perfect. Just care, I think being authentic in the sex I'm having on camera, and I know you have to do like weird angles and stuff, but like I have to like not just get hammered and pretend that's okay, because that's just completely traumatizing to my body. So I'm just teaching people that trauma to my body is okay. And like me just saying no, like I don't want to do that is huge. And me saying it so publicly, I think that's huge. Because people tell me every day, like, wow, you're so amazing. You're just speaking the truth, and I can really tell, like, stuff like this. And I know a lot of people might not get it, but trust me, there's a lot of people who do.
No matter what you're espousing, anything, not everyone's going to get it. The only thing that has the kind of market reach where everyone gets is like fucking Coca-Cola. Otherwise, nothing else reaches everybody.
Yeah, and that's not... I want people to think for themselves. Like, you have to find your way on your own. It's just like inspires... Like, if I'm living in my truth, that feeds another person to live in their truth. And I think a lot of people want to, but they don't know how in this world.
Well, and unfortunately, some people's truths suck.
Also true. It's like the girls that act like little girls. I hate that shit. Oh, I hate it so much.
Or the people that are just entitled because of, in a lot of cases, their dumb fucking luck.
Yeah, this is another thing. I've talked to other porn girls about, like, some of these really... I'm just talking about porn because this is, like, referring to the porn industry. But, like, they know all these, like, super famous porn stars, and they treat, like, the other girls like shit because they're, like, on this big egoic trip. And this isn't just, like, what I've heard from a few girls. I've heard this since, like, I started in the industry, and I found it to be true. Like, they'll follow you on Twitter, and then they'll unfollow you after. And it's like, what are you trying to prove to anyone? Like that's your... Like, we're in it together. You got to be good to people. Come on.
Some older performers may be threatened by a new and upcomer. Like, in their mind, like, oh, you may be potentially taking fucking money out of my pocket.
It's just a sad way to think, because there's, like, sex is, like, the easiest thing to sell in a way. Like, there's a million ways to sell it.
There is, but not everyone sells it well.
Yeah. But, like for me, if I was successful, I'm not going to take from anyone. They're probably just going to, well, it might call people out on their own bullshit, but...
Yeah, but you may be inadvertently, in their mind, be taking from them. It's like, oh, if another, brunette who looks kind of like them, you're another brunette who kind of looks like them, you're new and you haven't done as many scenes, you may be more desirable to people that do casting, and in their mind, like, oh, I would have gotten that part if Nolina wasn't here.
Right, that makes sense. It's like a sad thing. Like, feeding this competition also, especially with women, is like the fucking problem like, with society. This shit is so fucking annoying.
Well, and unfortunately, though it's almost an unlimited marketplace for self-created content, it's not an unlimited marketplace for things that have budgets. Like, the amount of studio-produced porn is still happening quite a bit, but it's not like it's unlimited.
Yeah, I think a lot of it, though, if we look at it, it's like a system, and it's just another patriarchal system. And once women start coming together and stop playing that bullshit game, then things start changing and we all start winning.
Well, the problem is it's entertainment. Unfortunately, there's going to be some losers.
Yeah, nobody believes me that, like, the patriarchal bullshit of structure of entertainment can shift, but I can't.
Well, okay, how would you shift it in an ideal world?
I can't really give you a logical answer yet.
How would you shift it in an ideal world then?
Well, first of all, like, people need to start telling the fucking truth. Like,
about what?
Oh god. Wait, I don't know if I want to say this on camera. Let me think. I'm trying to be somewhat careful what I say.
This is the wrong show for that, lady.
I think, like, social change, right? And it's not like I don't expect it to happen overnight. Maybe it takes 1,000
Okay,
years.
I'm saying if Nolina Nix had the power to rearrange everything right here, right now, snap of fingers, you were able to just change everything, what would your ideal system be?
Well, okay, here's the main thing. People would start coming into the realization that they are already enough. You are enough.
But how is that changing the porn system?
Because the greed of it stops. Like, it doesn't mean that money is bad or anything. It's just like, are you being authentic? And it's not even about sex. It's just like how we manipulate systems. Because, you know, it's just easier to play the stupid game than it is to not play the game. But not playing the game usually pays off more when you are actually...
It's a gamble. It's high risk for potentially high reward.
Yeah.
It doesn't work out for everybody.
Yeah, and I do understand that a lot of people can't do that. I'm happen to be one of those people who could do that. I'm very privileged in many areas. And so I realized that instead of blaming other people, I need to like just take responsibility for that. Truth. I'm super fucking privileged. Girl next door brunette. Also lived a life, traveled the world, has true love in my life, is really fucking smart. I have to grow up. I can't just play the game because that's what I was doing before. I was just playing the stupid game and I called myself out for it.
But you still haven't answered the question. What is the ideal world if you could change everything? How does it work? How does the system look?
Okay, the hippies say it the best. It's like, first of all, the shift of consciousness has to happen first. Like, it's like even hard to explain it because we're all looking from this very like closed lens of reality, and once we kind of are able to pull us out of survival mode, then things can really start to like come into like blissful being. So I don't have a logical explanation for that, Matt Slayer. I'm a hippie, okay? The shift of consciousness.
Okay. If it wasn't for money, a lot of people wouldn't be in sex work. They're here for the money.
You know what's so funny? There's a lot of women I know in my life who would do sex work if it wasn't so shameful in society because they actually care about sex. They want to be sex educators and they enjoy sex. Like they just enjoy it. And they would love to have 10 guys fuck them in a week. I don't know.
Then why the fuck they doing it?
Because it's like, you know, you have to think about, oh, am I going to be able to do this other thing in my life? And what are my parents going to think? What are my friends going to think?
Well,
like,
I mean, and those are the all reasons that people shouldn't do porn. And I've talked about this on there multiple times. Like occasionally I get civilian female friends of mine like, I'm thinking about doing porn. And I'm like, breaks. Before you do this, you really need to give it thought. Like, being a sex worker is not a protected class. A future employer, if you go back to civilian land, 1,000% can fire you for ever doing porn. And there is zero recourse you have for it. That it's potentially a romantically lonely place.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot of suitors, but not a lot that are going to be good in the long run.
I completely agree. And I think this is true. And I think this is how it is. I think what I'm experiencing is that this no longer has to be the truth anymore. Because here I am, slutty as ever. And I have plenty of romantic offers in my life.
Yeah, how many of them are actually good?
No, I'm serious. Like good men in my life.
Okay, but how many of them are actually a fit for you?
I'm very picky and I'm trying to do something.
That's a big goose egg.
But they're not gone. Like, you know, like I it's just like my life as Nolina, like I don't live to like this old story of what it is to be married, you know? Like
I'm not talking marriage. I'm just talking like someone who's a priority.
There's men that I would be interested in because they're good people. Like more so than I think a lot of women would be offered. I think that I do have that in my life. I think that the more sexually liberated we become as like humanity, the more we stop shaming sex workers, we can see the value they bring to our society because the value is super high.
I don't disagree, but and even in my 10 plus years in the industry, I've seen a lot of societal changes around sex work, around performers, but we still have a long fucking way to go.
That's totally true. But I will say this. I am a sex worker. Every time someone asks me what I do for work, I tell them the truth. And usually people take it very well, and I don't get shame from it. And also,
but why would you care if they did?
Well, I'm just saying that the world is changing. Like, I'm not like in my actual physical reality. When I meet people don't shame me for it like people would think. And I have plenty of romantic partners they don't like my guy friends, the men I meet in my life, they don't treat me like, I'm not saying that I don't meet men in my life who treat me like a sexual object, but a lot of them treat me like a human being. Like,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like,
treat you like a human being because you have sex? Oh my God. What a radical fucking concept.
I know. But like, it is. It's like, so like the story that like, if you become a sex worker, you can't have romantic relationships, that's a lie. Like, that's no longer true.
It was never exclusively you can't have romantic relationships. They're exceedingly difficult.
But I think that's changing. Like, I would like to have like an open marriage. Like, people are really, I'm also a hippie.
Right, but are you saying that like your romantic relationships since becoming a sex worker have been all easy breezy?
I don't know if any romantic relationships have been easy breezy. But I do think
do you think that is because you're a sex worker or because it's you?
Okay. I think that I meant that to anyone, but like, sex work has taught me a lot about people, and it has taught me a lot about myself. And in that, learning my own behavior, I'm able to connect with people in a more authentic and deeper level. So in that, like, when I actually experience love, it's actually real because I'm being myself. Where a lot of people are conditioned just to play, not in just in porn, but in society, just to play this game of what love looks like, and it's really just codependency.
It's true. That's very true.
And love is like, I would love to just be with one person and maybe we have sexual experience like on our own, like that's amazing, and like have kids, but it's
I'm sorry, Nolina, I'm getting snipped.
It's shut up. It's free, love is free. I trust what I do for sex work is work still.
Yeah, but a lot of people can't differentiate that shit.
Yeah, they don't have that emotional intelligence yet.
Well, and that's ingrained in society.
Yeah, it's like conditioned.
It's 100% conditioned. It's reinforced by popular media.
Yeah, okay, so I say that it's still not necessarily easy, but I'm saying that it's possible to have good relationships and be a sex worker.
Winning the lottery is possible too.
Yeah, but it's not that rare. Actually, people really respect me because like I fucking pay attention, and why can I see things that other people can't? Because I've experienced sex work so deeply. I understand people.
Well, you're one of the lucky ones. And I know a lot of performers, a lot of well-established objects of multiple men's desires that have a real shit time of it, like actually having a real connection with people. And I'm sure it is on both sides of the fence. They meet a lot of shit dudes, and that causes them to put up their walls because they've met a lot of shit dudes.
Yeah.
And it's a self-perpetuating cycle.
This is true, and I'm just saying that it's possible that they don't. There's ways to we can shift out of that. Like there's good men. All I'm saying is that it seems like impossible, but there are good men in this world.
I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying if you were not Nolina Nix, you were just this attractive brunette next door out working some other fucking job, that you would potentially have a greater variety of socially acceptable suitors.
Yeah, but I just wouldn't be as smart. Like, I wouldn't know myself as well. I'd rather know myself.
I'm not saying you have taken a wrong path in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying before anyone chooses this line of work, they have to accept that reality for the time being.
For sure. I completely agree. And I think that anyone who does decide to like jump off the cliff a little bit and jump into this work, I think it's like a big thing of you're choosing yourself, and you could drown or you could thrive, and drowning might be you make a shit ton of money, but you never know love in your life. And thriving could be you make no money, but you've find yourself enough to experience what real love is. Like, you know, it's a gamble, like you said. And I'm just like a person here who's just saying that it's possible. Like, you can pull yourself out of this place of like, you think you couldn't be loved because you did this, but you are loved.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying, hell, as someone who has never been an actual sex worker, like, yeah, I've been in a few fucking scenes as a non-sex performer. I obviously am involved in the industry.
Yeah.
I get women who discriminate against me.
Yeah, but those people don't know what love is. People who discriminate don't fucking get it. People who discriminate against sex workers don't know what fucking love is. And so I don't even waste my time with them anymore.
Oh, no. I'm more than happy to let the trash see itself out. I'm not changing.
Right.
But I'm saying, if I was still working like a corporate 9-to-5 job, that may have worked out. Who knows? I'm not really losing any fucking sleep over it. But I'm saying the discrimination happens against me, and I don't even fuck on film.
That's true. It's crazy. But also, they're just looking for codependent bullshit. I have
no idea what they're looking for. We didn't get that far.
Okay, but listen, you want a woman who can fucking stand on her own, and she doesn't need you to, like, she already loves herself enough, so she's loving you from a full cup, because you also love yourself, Matt.
Anyone who fully loves themselves definitely doesn't want me. They know better.
Shut up.
Like, whoa, I can do better than that. Shit.
Shut up.
Whew. No. I am for women with low self-esteem, thank you.
Men who are afraid of me because I'm a sex worker, you're wasting my time anyway.
Well, for sure. And this is why, like, I'm on dating apps, but the show is very prominently featured on all my dating apps. Because, like, you know what? I would rather the trash see itself out.
Yeah, amen. Good for you. Like, that's why I'm just so open about, like, what I do and who I am. Because why waste my fucking time, like, with your low understanding of existence? Exactly.
It's like, oh, hey, we went on a couple dates. Oh, yeah, I can see myself spending more time with this picture. I guess I should tell them about, like, that, you know, Nolina is going to come over and be on camera in my apartment. Oh, well, that didn't go over very well. Shit.
Yeah, low self-esteem. Like,
well, low self-esteem, you know, history may have taught them to be initially distrustful of men.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's so funny when people talk to me about trusting men and, like, their feelings towards men, because I've never met someone who's been through the amount of trauma I have with men. I met people who maybe went through childhood trauma that I haven't been through, but I've been through, like, insane trauma with men, and I don't hate men. I actually really love men. There's a lot of really good men in this world, and there's a lot of shitty men in this world. And yeah, it's actually knowing that how shitty men can be in a weird way has helped me love the really, really good ones. So interesting. Sorry we get so deep. I'm an ayahuasca girl.
It's okay. I'm pretty shallow, so I'll balance it out. Balance this right out. You know?
You're so deep.
I can be like that little water they wade through until they get to your deepness, and, like, yeah. There we go.
That's what I am. I'm like this deep thing. Like, that's like what I say. Like, when I say goddess, I don't really mean it like that. I just mean it like this deep, feminine, emotional feeling. Like, I love that. That's me. Where everyone's scared to go, I go there.
Whole foot in the mouth. I got it.
Shut up.
I get it. I get you.
Okay. Yes.
Like, that was a joke just for us at the table, apparently. Yeah. Like, no one else is like foot in the mouth.
Okay, I like put this girl's foot in my mouth recently, but like, let's just move on.
For sure. That was just a joke for the table. That was not necessarily...
You'll catch on to it eventually.
That one was not necessarily for the audience. That was just for the people at the table. It becomes hard on a lot of fucking people to get, that rejection, or to find out that, like, either dudes are misrepresenting themselves, or dudes... I feel like on a lot of cases... These dudes aren't necessarily misrepresenting themselves. They just don't really know what their own boundaries really are. And they see someone that they are attracted to, that they are into, and they tell themselves, I'll be cool with this.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I also know, like, men have it hard too. Like, this is a human thing. Like, we're all trying to figure it out. Like, men are conditioned to be providers, and women are conditioned to want a man to provide. And what happens when and it's not even money. It's like emotional and like being protected. Like, what if I'm just a woman who doesn't need any of that because I have it in myself? They don't know what to do with that, like, usually.
That is a difficult situation as a dude because, like, on one hand, it's like, oh, you got you. And then it's like, what the fuck? Why did you just leave me there? Like,
but it's so cool, though, when a man who has himself, like, I don't have to be his emotional support all the time. He can do that for himself. And then we are already standing on our own, and then we come together because it's just like when I let go and I let him like kind of take care of me and vice versa, he does the same. It's like we're doing it from a free space. We're not doing it because we have to anymore.
Yeah, but
we think we have to.
If I'm involved with someone, I want to.
Yeah, exactly. And I want that too.
Yeah, like I want to be there for them. Like, and I hope that, like, if I'm opening up and, bitching about my day or something that's going on in my world, that you give enough of a fuck to actually listen to what I have to say, even if it's something that doesn't necessarily entertain you.
Yeah, totally. I think it's just hard because there's just not a lot of people, but I would say, like, I really like men. So men in this world who can do that without putting too much of it on me. But there's some men who've done enough inner work who can do that and it won't be too much.
How do they know when it is too much? Like, unless...
I don't think it's about like a certain experience. I think it's just who they are as a person. Like, oh, okay, he's done enough inner work where I can like spend time around him and not feel drained by having to like mother him. Well, like still I could give him emotional support and like be there for him sometimes. But he wants to take care of himself anyway. And vice versa. Like, I don't need someone to be like my daddy.
I handle my own shit, but it does feel good to fucking gripe about it sometimes, even if I am handling it. Sometimes I just want to get off my fucking chest.
Oh, I know. And I feel like in a relationship like that would happen and I would be so happy to be there. And like vice versa. Because like I'm not fucking happy every day. Fuck no.
You're not? You're not?
No, dude.
You're not happy-go-lucky about all this horrible shit happening in the world all the time?
I literally get so mad. Like, I just start crying sometimes, but it feels good. Like, what the fuck? Why is the Amazon on fire? Like, why is...
Because it's really flammable.
It's crazy, like, going down there.
Really nothing on that? Yeah.
Shut up. And just, like, something so miraculous and alive, and, like, we're just destroying it with our bullshit consumerism.
I mean, we are temporarily impeding it. After humanity's gone, that shit's gonna bounce right the fuck back.
This is true.
Like, we are just temporarily impeding that shit. Like,
it's true, but it's sad because they don't care, and like, the Earth
will rebound.
I know, but the Earth likes humanity.
Does it? Does it really? It seems like to want to kill us at every fucking possible way.
I think it would have already killed us. Like, I think it's just like, can the young little humans grow up? Like, come on, take care of yourself, take care of the Earth, take care of each other. It's not that hard.
Apparently it is.
I have realized. It's a hard concept for me to wrap my head around.
Yeah, I really was hoping this shit was going to completely fall apart after I was dead. I didn't really want to be like on the pages of someone's fucking history book.
I know, right?
But no. We could be in the next generation's history books.
Oh my God. If there's even history books or another generation.
The Supreme Court is definitely going to make sure there's going to be another generation.
Oh, that's a really good point. So sad.
Bunch of traumatized, unwanted children. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
I'm not doing it. Do your part. Get snipped.
He's going to get a vasectomy.
I am. And Nolina's going to perform it live on air. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah. We didn't tell you guys this part.
Nolina's going to snip my balls right on air.
Listen, I fully support you in that. Like, okay, you don't want to have kids. Great. Do it. But, like, can the father of my children not do it? Because, like, I really want to have kids.
Do you want me to come in a cup for you? I can save you some goo.
Shut the fuck up. No.
You sure? Last call.
It's so tempting, Matt, but I'm going to pass.
Ouch. That was not a long consideration. She's just like, no, I'm really kind of happy you're taking yourself out of the genetic pool. No, I do not wish to pass your genes on to my offspring. And no argument whatsoever.
It's not, you're not the one. You're not the one.
Oh, no, I was just saying my sperm, not me.
Your sperm is also not the one. It's not going to do it for me. I'm sorry.
I'm not. Oof. Just dodged another child support bullet.
That's true.
Again, it's like going after 25% of my income isn't really on paper that much. So that's cool.
Same.
Like, oh, child support's 25% of my income. Cool. I'll kick you guys a couple hundred a year. It's cool.
Can I go pee?
And we're back.
I feel better. I had to pee.
Nolina's like, all that talk is telling you you're not the one, just made me want to like flush out my system.
Yeah, I really needed to like purge everything in my body. I feel good now. Thank God.
Just the thought of my seed. She's like, I gotta purge. I'm tearing my uterus out. Just the thought of your seed possibly taking hold in there.
Ugh. Okay, let's talk about something else.
Like, enough of this. Enough of this fucking line of fucking conversation. Like, I'm going to be violently ill, Matt, and no one wants to see that. Once again, no argument, just stunned silence.
Comedy.
Wow. I guess that one's real.
Shut up.
Wow. She just offered to be a sperm donor to your friends, and they're like, nah.
I already have a lineup of people who will offer me their sperm.
Cool.
You're a little out of like my age range also.
I'm not.
I need someone like 35, 30.
I'm not trying to be involved. I'm just literally trying to give you my spunk in a cup.
I want someone to raise my kids with.
Meet him. He can raise my kids.
Shut up.
And like everyone wins. My awesome genetic material goes on.
Shut up.
You get the man of your dreams to like help raise my children.
Yeah, it might work out because he might have a vasectomy.
Exactly. And come on. You're saying my kids wouldn't be smart? Wow. 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 All right. Offer rescinded. I will not come in a cup for you. Will not.
I don't know why that makes me want to throw up.
Artificial insemination makes you want to throw up?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But what if that was the only way you could get pregnant?
It's not.
But what if it was?
Well, I wouldn't want your cum, Matt.
I'm not saying with mine, just or is it just my cum? Is the disgusting one? Oh, I misinterpreted that. I thought just the thought of artificial insemination was what disgusting. Just my cum. Got it. It does smell like steak. I get it.
I'm so disgusted right now. I'm so disgusted right now.
The look on Nolina's face is so good. Oh, if nothing else comes out of this show, that does it for me.
I'm a vegetarian.
You weren't at one point.
I know. I started eating meat after I went to the jungle. And actually, I ate some chicken when I was in Peru a few weeks ago because I was with my friend's family and they're all Peruvian and they don't really understand vegetarians.
Yeah, because that's a white person's luxury.
Yeah, and like my friend's sister was like, "You have to eat." Like she didn't give me an option. She told me I had to eat meat, and I just went with it. I was like, "Okay, I'll eat chicken."
So you have to eat this jerky I bought for you.
No, I can't do it.
So, Nolina, as I was driving back from Vegas at one point, demanded I get her a bag of alien fresh jerky.
I thought it was vegan. It's the aliens. Aliens don't eat meat.
Aliens are meat.
That's debatable. They're kind of like, they could be like energetic.
Well, not if they've been made into jerky.
Wait, what is this?
Alien fresh jerky.
Shut up. It's from a cow.
Probably.
Sorry, cow is wrong. It's from
a steer.
I was in the FFA. Did you know this?
I could only assume.
I was the co-vice president of my FFA.
Oh my God. Look at your political career now.
Yeah.
What happened?
Now I'm a sex worker.
I have no idea what that's made of. I just purchased the bag for you as requested.
And now I just
and then you have to try to give it back. You tried to give it back to me. You're immediately like,
I don't want it.
My sperm, my meat, you don't want any of it.
No, thank you.
See what you try to do for friends, and they're just like, nah, that's cool, man. That's cool.
Yeah, you know how it is.
I do now, especially. I really got to take a break real quick and pour out a couple cups I had prepared for you.
You're disgusting. You're disgusting. Why?
Oh,
This is such a.
Where was all that talk of being a good dude now? You're like, now that he's talking about coming a cup.
Well, I was going to go there. We're going to have the conversation.
All right.
This is such a man's joke.
What, about coming in a cup? Yeah, I mean, most women don't bottle sperm for other people to impregnate with.
No, and we wouldn't make this joke.
You wouldn't make the joke of like, yo, Matt, I'll pull an egg for you if you try.
I mean, maybe some girls would. It's actually kind of funny saying it like that. It's just sperm just seems gross. Like an egg doesn't seem as... I like sperm, okay? Like, I like...
Disclaimer, professionally, love sperm. Love sperm. Yours, Matt? Not so much.
It just sounds like... I just don't like most guys' sperm.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
I'm very sperm selective.
I'm just lumped in with the anonymous dudes. I see how it is.
I mean, we're not lovers, Matt. We're friends.
I know. I was not trying to give it to you the old-fashioned way. I was just trying to give you a cup.
That's still intimate.
No,
I'm
it's
still
not.
taking everything you are into my body.
100% it is not in it. I would 100%, if I was not financially responsible, donate my sperm to anyone.
So you're telling me that you would donate your sperm to me specifically because I'm Nolina?
I'm just saying, if you want it, I will finish it a cup as long as I don't...
Can you stop saying that?
Stop saying, okay, I will... No, I'm saying, like, if I don't have to raise it or be financially responsible for it, I do not care what people do with it.
Yeah, but, like, that's a child. Why don't you want to love your child?
I don't want children.
Okay, then why are you giving your sperm away?
Because it's funny.
Okay.
Because it's fucking hilarious.
You would be a good dad, don't even...
No, I would be a horrible father.
He's full of shit.
Why would you possibly think I'd be a good father?
You have a soft heart, Matt Slayer. You think I can't see it?
Okay. Soft hearts don't necessarily make good fathers.
I think what makes good fathers is someone who actually cares.
Yeah, I am also wildly selfish.
Yeah, but I think if you had a child, you would care about them.
And then I would grow to resent them because of my financial state of fucking, oh, hey, I can afford my life as is, and I like it. A child would be a financial burden that would make me grow to fucking hate them.
Okay. I'm glad you're making this huge life decision, and I support you. I'm just saying that you wouldn't be a bad father.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
And maybe being a good father is realizing that you don't want to have kids.
Yeah, I mean,
so you win Father of the Year.
All my cups of semen will be so happy about that.
It's disgusting.
So, ladies, for $7 a cup, contact us on the website. That made Nolina so fucking uncomfortable. She's like, really?
I'm not supporting that message.
You don't have to. You're not involved in the milking or fucking processing. Now I'm just doing it.
I mean, I actually don't know if that's true. You could be watching anything and I'm out there on video, so.
Sorry, hate to break it to you.
Wait, have you ever watched my porn?
I am not.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. I make it a point not to watch stuff that I'm with people I know in real life in it.
Wait, you're serious? You've never watched my porn?
No.
That's like really sweet of you.
Why?
Because I don't know. I just feel like you respect me. Like, most of my friends watch my porn and I would be mad if they didn't. But because you're in this industry, maybe it's like cool that you don't.
I just don't like the idea of jerking off to my friends, unfortunately, because male talent is such a small pool. Like, my guy friends, unfortunately, I've probably had to rub.
Oh, wait. So you wouldn't, it's mostly because of the guys?
No. I'm saying, like, I've most likely probably rubbed one out while my guy friends have had sex because it's such a small pool. I just try not to watch stuff that my people I know in real life in it. Like, with the caveat, if I've had sex with them, then I'll happily watch their scenes.
Yeah, you probably know all of the guys that had sex with me in porn.
Probably.
Every single one.
Probably.
There's not that many.
Exactly, because there's not that many male talent. I actually try to watch shit from Europe for the most part. Well, great. Thanks for fucking that up for me, too. Thanks. Thanks, Nolina.
That's so funny.
No, I'm really like my two favorites at the moment are a German performer and a Spanish performer. So.
Oh wow, that's so cool. I love Europe. Really cool people in Europe. It's way more open-minded than America. They like look at America and we're like, Americans are dumb.
Founded by
We
prudes.
are.
Founded by fucking prudes.
It's also true. But I really love, I mean, I love the world. Whatever. I love other places other than America.
That sounded rather commie of you. Yeah, anti-American. No, it's fucking.
Is that what commie means?
In
I know what commie means. I'm just meant like, is that like the thing?
I'm sure a lot of people just they have no idea what communism actually stands for and just think it means un-American.
That's, oh my God, I could say so much, but I can't because I have to be nice.
Why do you have to be nice?
Because I'm from the South and I just don't want to talk about politics. But look, if you travel enough, you start realizing how fucked up America is and like how we're so like, we think we're the best in the world and we're like the most arrogant assholes.
Do you know what I like to say America's number one at?
Being assholes?
Nope. We are the best marketed country on the planet.
Oh, well said. We're just a whole bunch of shopping malls.
Like lifestyles of the rich and famous, fucking American dream marketing.
That is so true. That's it. I mean, we are super lucky, but we just rape the world. It's so fucking sad.
Well, that part's not just us. That's everybody.
That's true, but
Unfortunately, as the world resources go, either you're the rapist or the rapee. Like, there's really nobody in between. There's nobody just like, either people are being exploited or they're doing the exploiting. There's really no one just like, we're here.
yeah, I mean, it's really interesting in America because everyone watches American media and American politics. Like, everyone follows. So, like, everyone's learning from us and we're just being fucking jackasses, like, ever, like, forever, always. It's so annoying. It's really annoying. And then I know some people are going to watch this and be like, America's number one. You should be so grateful. And I'm like,
well, it's one of those things where,
traveled
like,
enough.
It's strange to have fucking nationalist pride. To me is a weird thing because at the end of the day, you have no control that you got shat out into this world here on this landmass.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. It makes me so fucking mad.
And especially if, with European nationalism, like, 100 years ago, your borders probably weren't the borders that they are now. 300 years ago, the borders of America aren't the borders they are now.
Yeah, that's actually true too.
I mean, where we are sitting right now was Mexico.
I actually didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we stole the shit from Mexico. Well, this technically the Spanish at that point, but this part of the U.S. definitely part of Mexico.
Yeah.
Or if you were in Louisiana or a lot of the central part of the states, all part of fucking France.
It's just like people like this whole fucking old shit.
Like 150 years ago, people were much more about their state pride than they were about the fucking national pride.
They were. They were. That's such a good point. It's like, I just hope more people travel, like, and not just travel and stay at a fucking Four Seasons or some bullshit resort. Like, no, actually fucking travel and meet people and go be in the culture and stop this. Like, yeah, you need to be safe, but like trying to be so safe is what's keeping you like, your mind in danger.
For fuck's sake. Unless the place is an active war zone, there are people surviving and thriving wherever the fuck you go.
Totally.
And if you're a fucking idiot, like any major city in the US, someone may try to take advantage of you. Keyword, don't be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
When me and my buddies were in Colombia, we were definitely in a park and saw some dudes like taking bumps off their knives and kind of like looking at us like, what are those gringos doing? And we went, it is time for us to leave.
Yeah, good call. Oh my God.
Like, it is time for us to go right now. There was no bravado. There was no like, yeah, fuck those guys. We're not, no, we are fucking leaving.
Yeah. The good thing is like I'll go down there alone to Latin America and then like these third world countries and I just figure it out and I'm always fine. And then people are going to be like, yeah, it's going to catch up with you. But like I'm fucking smart about it. Like I stay at nice places. I only walk around nice places, but I don't just stay in the tourist bullshit.
But at the end of the day, there's no bubble around a nice place keeping bad people out.
That's true. Like,
you could get fucking jacked in Beverly Hills.
Like, yeah, exactly. There's bad people, but there's a lot of fucking good people.
Right, and that was exactly my point. Like, unless it is an active war zone, like, I'm not going to Ukraine right now.
Yeah, fuck no.
I'm not going to Ukraine right now. It's an active fucking war zone. I'm not going to fucking Syria. It's an active fucking war zone. But unless there's an active fucking conflict, there are people living and thriving there.
Yeah.
And most people want exactly what you want. They want comfort, food, and love. All they really want out of life. There's no reason that's going to prevent you from safely transversing their fucking territory.
Yeah, but it's so funny in America, like, this fucking greed. We just, like, condition it into our society. Like, we just want more, and it's never going to be enough. More and more and more and more and more. And, like, yeah, I don't mean that, like, we're all trying to survive and, like, pay the bills, because most people are living paycheck to paycheck, and it's really, like, you know, our fucking government, our system that we live in, capitalism, that is exploiting us. But it's just, like, coming to realize, like, how much shit do you really need to buy? Like, come on. We're, like, such consumers.
We are, and I've personally, like, really have two weird minds of it, because there was a time where I essentially lived out of a suitcase for 3 years.
Oh, you're so me.
And I'm like, man, I have a lot of shit sitting in storage. I don't need any of it.
Right.
And then once I got an apartment again and unpacked everything, I'm like, man, it's kind of nice to have my own shit.
Yeah, I'm actually going through that right now, too.
It's weird. Human beings are, like, super adaptable, but super stuck in our fucking ways. Like, we only fucking adapt when we have to.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like now I'm just, like, more aware of what I buy. Like, I don't just, like, go to Target and just fill a cart up with random shit. Like, I just go because
Triggered. I literally did that right before we got here. Thanks. Thanks, Nolina.
Calling you out.
Wow. I literally walked into my apartment with a Target bag.
I saw what he bought. It is not, like, a whole bunch of shit. Like,
yeah, I know. You're going to have a cookie later.
Okay, that's fine. It's more like, I don't know.
I was doing a bit, Nolina. It's fine.
Like, have you ever, like, thought about makeup stores? Like, how much makeup do we need?
I mean, I need a lot. Look at the camera. I need a lot.
It's crazy. And they make so much fucking money. And it's just like, and then they, you know, it feeds this thing. I love, like, I have a lot of great friends who do, like, beautiful makeup, and it's like an art to them, and I really appreciate it. But a lot of the makeup industry feeds, like, you're not pretty enough. You're not pretty enough. And it's like,
and with some of y'all, they're right.
Shut up. Oh my God. But, like, it's just like all of these things. You're not enough. You're not enough until you have a Tesla. You're not enough until you have, I don't know, fucking a 5-bedroom house, even though you're one fucking person.
Well, and at the end of the day, as someone who very much has bought a lot of consumer goods over the years to try to fill the hole in their heart, the dopamine hit from it, fucking rad. Ooh, that feels good.
It's like sex. Like, sometimes you just start having sex with a lot of people, and it's like, do I feel any better about myself? No, I feel more drained.
But Jesus Christ, in the moment, that was fucking woo. Good.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, no, that was not worth my 5 hours.
It's true. But there's a lot of times where it's like, oh, ooh, that new toy, that makes me happy. And now that new toy, fucking collecting dust.
Yeah.
Because it made me happy for a minute. I used it for like a minute. Like, there's definitely some camera gear that I have purchased that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to use the fuck out of this. That's why I can justify buying it. And I've used it like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, yeah, I don't really super have a use for it.
I do feel like, just like being here at your home and everything. Should I say that?
Yeah, they know we're recording in my apartment.
Oh, okay. Like, you know, I think you really care about your things. I think you really have a good taste for art and artistry, and that things matter. So I actually think
you haven't seen my room. My room's a war zone.
Okay, well, like one of my best friends, like he likes to buy things, like random shit all the time, but he like really like appreciates it, and I think that's like a really healthy way to like buy things.
Me personally, I should be more considerate about the things I buy at times, because there's definitely, especially as I've gotten into doing more production work, there are definitely things I just bought for the dopamine hit that I justified to myself.
Yeah.
That is like, oh, I'm helping my career by buying this.
Right.
Like, it's okay. It's helping my career. It's not a waste of money.
Yeah, I can see that.
Most of the time I'm right, but there's definitely some gear where it's just like, yeah, I really super didn't need that. Like right now, I am constantly with every inch of my fucking being stopping myself from spending $3,000 on a camera. Do I need a $3,000 camera? Probably not
What
right
are you
now.
going to use it for?
That's the point. What am I? Because I'm like, oh, it'll be a better picture quality than the cameras I currently have.
These are great.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I'll use it for other projects and stuff like. I don't really need it. That's why my willpower's been winning out. But every once in a while, I'm like, ooh, I could just buy that. I could just buy that $3,000 cameras. I could make stunning art with that $3,000 camera.
It's so interesting, like what people spend their money on, like because it varies to each person.
Well, I mean,
like if I have $3,000, I'm probably gonna go to like.
Well, in the before times, in a lot of cases, I would have too, but because of restricted travel.
Oh yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
Like I haven't been out of the country in a couple of years, and it's really fucking getting to me.
Yeah, you got to go somewhere.
I do. One of my friends moved to Puerto Vallarta. I may go down there and like crash in her guest room.
Instead of going to like the party and everything, you should go do peyote with the Weechel people.
I'm down. I mean,
I'll go down there.
Sure you will. Sure. Yeah.
I've done peyote down there.
No, I'm saying with me. I'm just saying. Sure.
Okay.
I'll believe you. I'll believe you when you show up.
He knows me well.
I do.
Because that's how I am.
I know.
It's like how many times I said, I'm going to go back into porn. Okay.
I thought you never left. Whoa. Did we lie to my audience at the beginning that you... Holy shit. We said we opened the show with Nolina and Nick's never left. You've just been telling me an hour and a half has gone by. We've just been lying to my audience this whole fucking time. For shame, Nolina.
I never left.
For shame.
I never
shame.
left.
Or next thing you're going to tell me is like, yeah, Matt, I do want you to come in a cup.
I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Okay, listen.
That's never going to get old.
I never really left, but I haven't really returned. Well, I have returned this week because I actually literally had sex on camera like yesterday. But I'm returning, even though I never left. And that's that.
But back to your original point. Yes, you definitely were very wishy-washy on coming back.
Yeah, man, because I just can't deal with this. Like, I don't want to just be your pound toy. And I don't like how, like, why is slutification just degrading? Like, why is this still going on? It's 2022. It's like...
Because it sells. Because it fucking sells.
Yeah, but I talk to a lot of guys, and they're like, yeah, it's like everyone seems to be over it. Except for maybe unless you're, like, some random-ass country, like, just chilling online.
Also, the sample of men you're talking to, where are you talking to them? Where do you meet these dudes? Like, you know, is it in your bubble of other people that are around sex work, around...
Right, they're more progressive.
Right. We live in Southern California. Well, you don't live in Southern California anymore, but we're Southern California, West Coast. You know, we tend to be a little more progressive on shit.
This is true. It's just like, can we start treating women a little better?
And maybe.
Like, why is that like...
That was a joke. Do not come for me on that. That was a joke.
I know it's a crazy request, but maybe we could be a little bit more conscious of how we treat women, like even sexually, and maybe we could jack off to like something more ethical sometimes. Kink.
So what do you consider ethical? What do you consider unethical?
Okay, so it all goes down to authenticity, right? If a girl really likes to get pounded like that, which I don't know if I always agree, but I do know a few girls who like to get pounded like that.
No, people are paying for the fantasy. It's like going to see a fucking Marvel movie.
Yeah, well, I'm asking them to have better fantasies. Like, grow up. Let's go. Like, I feel like a lot of guys, honestly, would rather watch me enjoy having sex than just watch me, like, just say, like, oh, yeah, my little slut. Like, yeah, suck that cock. Like, I have sex with a lot of men, Matt. I've had sex.
You do? Oh, my God.
A lot of men, and a lot of men wouldn't want me. Like, we don't do that. Like, they wouldn't jack off to that. Like, they don't. That's not a. There's no, like, turn-ons there.
Obviously, somebody's into it. Otherwise, they wouldn't keep making it.
Well, yeah, but that's also been mostly what's been made. Like, Well, now there's these other companies popping up, which is really.
I mean, they literally have all the metrics on these sites. Like, the sites have all the metrics. At the point where it stops getting clicks, they will stop fucking making it.
Yeah, it makes me think of like the racism in the fucking industry.
Oh, I mean, that's absolute fucking garbage. And the race play needs to fucking end. I think that's a more problematic and systemic issue than slutification.
I think they go together. But like, no, slutification is fine. Like, if like I've been super submissive and sometimes I fucking love that shit. Okay, it's just like, I mean, they're together. Like, it's all connected. How you treat people, how you fucking treat people. You're teaching the world this is how to treat people.
Well, and that's the problem. Nobody should be learning shit from porn. No one should be. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
It's like a subconscious conditioning.
Well, it's also, there are people that are getting educated from porn because they can't have an honest and frank conversation with anyone else in their lives about sex.
Yeah, that's so much, like most of the fucking world, which is so sad. But like, also like, I think, okay, this porn's never gonna stop. Like, this normalized mainstream porn, it's never gonna stop. But we start creating other porn, people start looking at other things. So it's not just the only thing out there, you know? And I think it's not about even taking that stuff away. Well, I don't like that little girl stuff. It's gross to me. But like, but it's still gonna exist, right? Ugh.
And whatever sells is going to exist. It's just capitalism.
Yeah, because people don't really care.
Well, and that's one of the things I've discussed this with other performers, like the whole step whatever trend. I am not convinced that people are actually into the quote taboo of step whatever, as much as, oh, hey, I see a thumbnail with two performers I want to watch bang.
Yeah.
And I don't really give a fuck about the setup.
Why can't they just like stop playing that fucked up shit?
Well, the problem is they put Nolina and whoever, you know, for example, in a scene and call you two step siblings and the scene does well. They're not taking the time to examine, like, did this do well because it was step sibling scene, or did it do well because Nolina and this other person were hot together?
I think it would actually do even better because if they actually wrote a fucking plot line that was interesting, which sometimes they do, and it's actually, it like looks more attractive.
I don't know how many people are actually consuming the acting part of porn anymore.
It's not about that though. It's just like, how many step brother scenes can you make? Like,
as many get clicked on.
And like, when, I don't know.
It's all about how many get clicked on.
So, like, I feel like a lot of people are just disturbed by that whole thing.
I will tell you firsthand, any step sibling scene I've ever like jerked off to has just been like, oh, these two are hot. Like, I'm not paying attention to the setup in any way, shape, or form. Like, I'm literally skipping to the fucking. And
I know, but like, come on. Even, okay, and then the fucking, it's like, there was like, I really did like shooting for Brazzers and Reality Kings. Like, that was a lot of fun. But like some of this other shit. And Naughty America, I like them too. They were great. It's just, you know, because it's still like goofy and fun, but like, you know, it's, I don't know. The sex was fun. Like, it was fun. Some of it was like crazy pounding and I didn't like that, but it wasn't like so degrading like other things.
A lot of it, unfortunately, is supposed to be acting. Like, at the end of the day, the production doesn't really care if you're enjoying yourself. They just want you to look like you are.
Yeah, but these girls don't look like they are.
Well, they're bad actors.
Have you watched porn? Like,
once
even
or twice.
The ones that are good actors, it's still like, it's.
Oh no, there are definitely some performers that every scene they do, it looks like this is the best dick they've ever had.
I don't know, because then they're just looking like, because you guys are guys. Because they're just looking like, I'm such a slut. Fucking bullshit. Like, women who actually enjoy sex, we fucking know.
Some people sell it better than others.
I know, because guys are kind of dumb.
Yo, sometimes that lizard brain takes over, yo.
It's just like so easy. But I mean, the guys I really like just get it, which is cool. So it actually just filters it out for me, right?
Right. But I'm not talking about real life sex. I'm talking about porn sex, where at the end of the day, the goal is to be aesthetically pleasing, sell a product.
But like, eventually, I hope we start really understanding people and body language, and you can see that like they're acting.
I'm sure, but the problem is you're also not going to always be able to pair two performers that look really fucking good together that will have any real fucking chemistry.
I know people are just trying to make their money. I understand. I just want to enjoy it.
It is show business, not show fucking.
I understand. I think there's a market for...
Oh, I don't disagree that there's a market for it. I'm just saying it may not be the mass appeal market that the McDonald's of porn that Brazzers is.
No, I think Brazzers is... I think actually Brazzers is pretty chill. Like, that sex was like... Compared to all the other porn sex, it was really good.
But that also... How many different performers did you work with on a Brazzers set?
I worked with Will Pounder and Xander Corvus.
Okay, so of the sample pool, you worked with two good, well-established male talent.
Yes.
So that may not necessarily been on Brazzers. That may have just been on your co-star that day.
Brazzers paired me up well.
I know you didn't work with Xander on any other set because he's a Brazzers contract star, but have you worked with Will on any other set where it was a bad experience?
No.
So that may not necessarily be a Brazzers thing, but who your co-star was that day.
Yeah, but Brazzers pairs me nice. I feel like they did a good job of pairing me with people that I would enjoy.
But I'm not sure that was in their consideration when they did it.
I wanted to say they were nice.
Oh, no. It's awesome that it worked out well. It's awesome that you had a great scene with them. But at the end of the day, are we deluding ourselves to think like, oh, they had any consideration on how it would be for you besides that
they had to in a way. Like maybe they didn't really see it, but like
they probably went, hey, those two would look hot together. It'll make a good scene. I don't think there was any consideration to, is Nolina going to have a good time fucking these people?
Okay, but like, let's bring that into Nolina 2022. Let's think that if any people are watching this, let's take that into consideration.
If any people are watching this, ouch, Nolina, ouch. Ouch.
Shut up. Because it's important to me to make porn that I enjoy. And that's my whole niche. That's what I'm going for.
Well, and that's why I suggest you be self-employed.
I'm also really good at sex. Like, I also, I enjoy sex. Like, I'm really good at enjoying sex. So it's not like I'm looking for a level of perfection. It's just like, just get over your ego a little bit and let's have fun. Like, yeah. Because it's really that usually gets in the way of some fucking guy's ego.
Thinking that they're God's gift to women or what's...
Yeah, I mean, some of these male porn stars. Oh, yeah. I really want your cock. Yeah, really. Because there's no other guys on this planet who want to give me their amazing cock. There's actually a lot of guys that are really great in this industry, but have big egos. Or just don't understand. I don't know. I just like sex.
Well, that's good. You're in the right line of work.
Right?
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It's just all the other bullshit around it. Like, if we could just stop with all the bullshit and just, like, enjoy sex, like...
Well, yeah, but there's a major difference between enjoying sex in the really real world and doing it for work.
True, but... Okay, like, yeah, I'm always probably going to enjoy the sex more in my personal life. But there's ways to create a sexual experience. I'm a blessed person who understands how to do that. And so I'm taking responsibility for doing that.
Cool. That's awesome. Do it.
Thank you. I will. And take into consideration that pair Nolina with people she will enjoy having sex with. Not people with bad reputations.
Well, don't pair anyone with people with bad reputations.
Yeah, but they don't give a fuck.
You're just illustrating my point.
It's so sad.
You're literally just illustrating my point.
Yeah, but if this is my thing and I'm speaking out about it, then more people are gonna like support them. If they're gonna watch my stuff when I'm enjoying it.
Well, ideally, yeah. I mean, it's definitely gonna be a hotter scene when you're legitimately into it.
Yeah. Every fucking time.
Sure.
I will literally just be like, no, I can teach the guy how to make myself enjoy it. I'll take responsibility.
All right. Sounds like a lot of work. That sounds exhausting.
Well, I'm not going to do that many scenes, Matt. I really like the somatic, like, erotica. It's hot. So hot.
Just want to spread your wings on your acting chops.
Oh my gosh, you should have saw me today. Like, doing my acting. I seduced this man with my acting. Like, he was, like, hard from just me.
And that's good, right?
It's so weird. I thought I could never act, and all of a sudden, it's working out.
I hate to break it to you. You've been a sex worker a long time. I'm sure you've had to do a lot of fucking acting.
That's actually a really good point.
Sure. I'm sure you have been out and like, oh yeah, I am completely acting that like I'm enjoying this right now. Like this conversation, this dinner.
Oh, the conversations.
Yeah, it's all fucking acting.
I don't fake orgasms for guys. Like,
oh, I wasn't suggesting you do. I'm just saying like.
I know, I was just bringing that up as an extra piece.
Cool. Appreciate that.
Like, I need them to like know the truth that
they're all inferior and they can't make Nolina come.
It's not an egoic thing. It's not about me coming. You can't just fucking give me money and then like expect to bring me pleasure. Like, this is not how this works. Like, you're coming for yourself or don't even bother.
So, folks, you can give me money and give me pleasure. For sure. For sure. If you give me money, it will bring me massive pleasure. Massive.
It's a gift to give me pleasure. And you gotta know the art. But I can also like in the porn industry, it's cool because I'm working with other sex workers. So we're kind of like on somewhat level ground.
Also, you're acting.
I'm not acting with sex anymore, Matt.
Okay. At all?
Like, sometimes I have a few words. Like I just did a scene, but I was playing someone in the 1800s, so I needed to... So
you just laid there and just get pounded? Because I don't think women were allowed to enjoy sex in the 1800s. I'm
pretty sure they were slutty, and we just...
Oh, no. They might have been slutty. I don't think they were able to... I don't think they were legally allowed to enjoy it. Like, I feel like in the 1800s, if you enjoyed sex, they burned you at the stake for being a witch.
I was acting. And yes, they were.
They burned you at the stake. Witch! What is that witch doing? Could the female orgasm is possession by a demon?
Yeah. Oh my God, exactly. Like, women who feel their sexuality. It's still that fucking way. Like, people are horrified of women who fucking own their sexuality. So they come up with like, oh, she is full of demons or some shit. I'm so tired of that.
Yeah, the only time I ever say a woman's full of demons is when I finish inside her.
Matt, shut up. He's crazy.
What? What would lead you to that assumption? She's got nothing, folks. She has nothing to back that up. She's just throwing wild accusations of me being crazy out there.
Okay.
Podcasts work better when you talk, Nolina.
Okay, I don't know what to talk about right now. Hold on, let me think. We've talked about so much.
And I'm just up here running bits, so.
Yeah, well, porn, all of this stuff, like what a trip the last year has been. It's been a year since I left the industry, and I learned a lot, and I sat in like a lot of fucking emotional, just fucking sadness for a long time. But not in a bad way. I was literally processing it. It was really cool because I wanted to understand like what's going on and what I'm doing and what I want. And I don't want to hate the porn industry. I don't want to blame the porn industry because the porn industry isn't nothing to blame. It's doing really good work. It's really important, actually. It gives people the outlet to explore their sexuality. And I really support that. I don't have to do it like everyone else does it. I can do it my own way, which is so cool.
I mean, yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can.
Yeah. So why don't I just do that, which is what I'm doing, so.
Neat.
I've said this a million times, I swear.
Just fucking do it.
People really like when I talk about ayahuasca on here. I feel like I should talk about ayahuasca.
For the ratings? I mean, I'm not opposed to such things.
For the ratings and because it's my thing. Like, people all year have been messaging me about this podcast, actually.
Aw.
So I was just in Peru. I did ayahuasca recently, and I've been cooking my own ayahuasca now.
Didn't bring me any.
I didn't bring you any. I feel like I need to create a really sacred space, and like...
My couch is pretty sacred.
I had a friend who held a ceremony, and this man almost attacked me in Peru just recently, so I had to like really process that. And then my friend...
Well, what happened?
So I was in ceremony, and it's like so much more to explain than I like there's more going on than I can explain, but basically I went to this man's ceremony. I literally didn't do anything to provoke him. He was just provoked by my presence. And he just started asking me like these questions like, what do you want to do with your life? You need to put your energy somewhere. You have all this energy. What are you going to do with it? Like in the middle of ceremony where you're not even like, you shouldn't even talk. And I say shouldn't lightly, like don't like worry about so much with rules. But like, and then I was just like, why are you asking me these questions? Like, this is ridiculous. And I just threw it back on him. I'm like, worry about yourself, have your own experience. I can hold myself in this. I've drank ayahuasca more than enough times. And I probably understand this world more than you. And I don't mean that like I know what's going on. It's just, I understand it as in I'm comfortable in the chaos. And he just wouldn't leave me alone. Like this, you know, you have an experience for 6 to 8 hours, but it feels like days. Like it feels like it's never going to end. And there was like 2 points. One time he came over to me and like I was laying down and he was like just about to touch me, like, but like near my hips, like near my genitals. And like, thank God there was like, I say genitals like this, like I should, whatever.
Your vagina?
My vagina, whatever. Like, and like this girl happened to be there around the same time, and like just we like switched out. Like she saved me, and it was just like this is going on, but like you're in an experience, so it's like a psychedelic thing is happening, and I was just like always ahead of the game. So he was just, I don't know, and the whole time he was like yelling at me, and asking me these questions and. It was more about me like helping him calm down than like it was his ceremony. Like this guy holds ceremonies and people pay him to do that. And I have to hold space for him. And this is like not just this guy. This has happened so many times in my life. It's ridiculous.
Well, that's fucking miserable.
Yeah, it was actually really scary. It was really scary. And then my so I'm just like really I can definitely hold ceremony by myself and I'm fine, but it really helps when I have a man there who can like help me like not get hurt, like have someone not freak out and hurt me. But I'm always okay.
Well,
that was kind of a sad story, but
it was a little sad.
Sorry, this is a comedy show.
I mean, we obviously talk about some real shit on here occasionally.
Yeah, but actually this whole podcast is super deep.
I don't know. Me coming in a cup, not very deep.
Okay, shut up. But
it could be.
I like almost didn't want to drink ayahuasca anymore because like all of this patriarchal shit is so much in that world.
But you're cooking it yourself.
Yeah, now I'm fine. Like I drink it by myself and stuff, but
so rude, not sharing with the class. The class being me, but
I know I need to do it in a sacred place here. Like I need to.
My couch is super sacred.
I actually agree. I agree, but something even better.
Better than my couch? What the fuck's better than my couch?
I'm gonna go to Peru, I think, next month and go drink with these indigenous women just because I need to like fucking clear out my own trauma right now.
Super helpful. Actually, I'm not even gonna make a joke there. Cool.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, that's too wholesome for me to make a joke about.
Yeah, it was actually really real because I'm like just went through some heavy shit. Not just this guy, but like just the past year, like the plant medicine world has ripped my heart into pieces.
I know, and I know that's what you like decide to take a step back from the biz to more heavily pursue. And then I was really surprised when you're like, fuck this too.
Yeah, like it was just like the patriarchy was fucking everywhere. And honestly, I feel safer in sex work than I do in a lot of those worlds because they don't understand sexual energy yet. They really don't understand it in women, like women who are liberated with their sexuality, and there's just a lot of sexual abuse happening. Yeah, it's really sad. So I really like ayahuasca and I highly recommend it.
Well, one of these days when Nolina actually shows up, she will actually bring me ayahuasca and we will do ayahuasca.
Yes.
One of these days.
Yes. Hopefully, like
2024.
It's always in perfect timing, Matt. Always perfect timing.
Did I ever mention that I have problems with delayed gratification? Did I ever mention that?
Maybe that's why.
Like, I am constantly chasing the dopamine dragon.
I think I didn't realize how much I needed to love myself. It's not like I didn't need, like, I don't need to learn more. I just needed to learn that how much I fucking love myself to like help me like expand my psychedelic, my otherworldly experiences and share it with people. Like from like I just don't need power over anyone. I just want to share it with people for free.
Hopefully that happens for you.
But also, like, I'm doing it with or without any substance. I'm already tripping balls all the time. This is why this whole podcast is like fucking deep.
I mean, your end. Mine's real shallow. Real shallow. Real shallow. Your toes are barely getting wet. Shallow. We're all about some superficial shit on this side of the table.
He is so not. He is so deep. He is so deep. He's not superficial.
Oh, I'm very superficial. Super duper.
Yeah, totally.
Well, Nolina, on that note, it's actually last call on this motherfucker.
Oh, I ran out of my drink.
Well, it's okay. We can get you another one once we wrap. Where can they find you on the things?
Okay, you can find me on Twitter, Nolina Nix, at Nolina Nix. On Instagram, at Nolina Nix. Easy. I have an OnlyFans, but it's like at Nolina Nix. A little confusing.
It's okay. My branding's worse, so go check out Nolina.
I love you.
Aw, I love you too. Aw, I even offered to come in a cup for you. Wow, that was bipolar.
I fucking hate you.
That's the honest one. The I love you was for the camera. The I hate you was the real. That was the real. But as always, you can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt F. Slayer on Facebook, twitch.tv/Matt F. Slayer. You can find the Patreon at patreon.com/Matt Slayer. You can find the podcast at And Now We Drink on Twitter, and Now We Drink _ on Instagram. And until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.
Drink up.